So we got this pipe that runs up. There's actually two pipes that run up through this box here. It's right on our countertop. I don't like where it is. It gobbles up too much counter space. It makes it difficult. It's tight right there for the dish tray, which is now on that side and that mess. So anyways, I'm going to take it out. They've got a beam up there, but it's just a false beam. So I think I can deal with that, no problem. But there's a heat vent and there's a plumbing pipe back in there, right in there. So, but that's easy because there's a second wall behind it, which is 12 inches thick. So I'll easily be able to put a 245s on that pipe, run it into the back wall, and the same with the other drain pipe in there. It's just for a small bathroom upstairs. So, and it's not even the 3 inch, it's only the 1.5 inch drain. An old drain, should be 2, but I can't change that. So anyways, that's what we're gonna do. Rip that all out, and we're going to box it back in flat to the wall and give us some countertop. So we got this all open now. As you can see, there's a bunch of wires. One runs to an outlet on this side. That's an easy fix. And then we have another one that's a dimmer switch for that light, which is another easy fix. We'll just pop them in, perhaps right beside that outlet, and then we'll put the other one over in this wall. The other thing we've run into is a 4-inch vent that runs to the second floor. So I'm gonna get that tucked back inside this other wall here. That wall's like over 12 inches thick, so I've checked, I got lots and lots of room. And then we got a drain pipe there, and then we'll do the same thing. We'll put it on 22-degree angles until we get back into that wall there, and then we'll run it down below the countertop. And then up there, there's this fake beam. Doesn't do anything. All it's doing is holding up some drywall and boxing off some pipe there, that drain pipe. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to get 2 angle brackets made up, some heavy-duty steel brackets, make them, and I'll bolt them to the studs. There's one stud back in there, and they're 5.5 inches deep. They're old studs. They're not the new, so it's like 2.25 inches wide. So anyways, I know why they box this in, because this used to be an exterior wall, and they did this pipe work prior to putting on an addition on the other side of that wall. So this is no longer an exterior wall, so I can tuck that back in there, no problem. I can get it down below this counter here, but I can't get it back in behind the cabinets, because the foundation wall in the basement, the pipe comes up in front of it, and it's all foamed, and then the wall is over 12 inches thick plus the foam, so I'm 16 inches out from the wall. So I just can't do it. So, but we can get it back in behind the cabinet, and then what there is there's just a cabinet that's not as deep right there, so we'll get that all fixed up, and it'll still be usable. Great for tin cans and stuff like that. Anyways, we're gonna give her a go, and when we're done, we're going to do the same as what our kitchen table is. So it's this 200-year-old barn boards. I'm going to actually make a countertop up to this sink. This is a granite sink, and so I'm going to get a piece of granite and take it to some people I know, and they'll put it on their CNC machine. They'll cut out the sink, and the granite will only be about 36 inches wide, and the sink is only 30, so I'll have 3 or 4 inches on either side, which is perfect. And I'll drop it, so it'll kind of look like an old kitchen sink, an old kitchen. So we'll get that all doctored up, and it'll look a lot better. It'll look kind of cool, because I don't want to spend $3,000 or $4,000 on granite for the whole counter, because eventually I plan on replacing this kitchen. I just haven't decided what yet. So anyways, that's what we're gonna do. Until next time. So there, I think we got her all figured out. There's our wire, armored cable that runs up to our outlet here, and then we got the heat vent all run and taped up. I had to put a couple of bends in it to get it tucked into the wall. So you lose a little bit of airflow, but not enough to worry about. It only services a small bathroom and a bedroom, and it's always too hot up there anyway. And for the plumbing, I put in a clean out just in case. I don't think we'll ever need it, but it's back in there. And then we cleaned up all the wires that were there. There was 3 or 4 wires hanging out of there, but we tidied that all up. And then we got it all stapled to the studs there so it doesn't come over and hit the heat vent. I may run a little bit of insulation just in behind there. Not that I'll ever need it, but just in case. And then we got our 2 brackets here, 2 steel brackets. All it's holding is 2 2x8s that hold a bulkhead up right there. And that's it, nothing more. So there's almost no weight on that. I actually took the framing out that they had there and it was loose, like there was nothing holding it up. But this is just precaution. Put a couple of 3/8 by 4-inch bolts into the studs, and we got the plumbing all. I only had to use 190 right there for the drain, and the rest are 22s and 45s to for better flow. But it only services one vanity, and it's vented above, so I don't have to worry about that. And so there's the other 2 angles that I had to use to get up to the heat vent, but the heat vent's right there. So I think we're good. So it's all done and it's not going anywhere. Wiring and plumbing is all done, and now we're gonna get ready to box in the back of that there cabinet, and you'll never miss it. But we gained 12 square inches of counter space, and there's not this box in the counter. So we'll get that all done and cleaned up. Okay, so here you go. This is our finished product. We got the outlets back in. We got the counters down. That's 200-year-old pine. Came out of a really old house, and we refinished it. Wrecked a few planer blades in the process, but we got her done. And then for the backsplash, we used the same pine. One thing we did do, we decided to go with a porcelain counter and the granite sink. The black granite's great, but as you can see, it stains real easy, especially if you have hard water. We're forever cleaning it, and for this video I didn't bother cleaning it just so I could show you that. The other thing with porcelain, keep in mind, is it actually, as you can see right there, it chips easy. We're pretty rough around this place, so that piece of porcelain there, it actually's got a few chips in it now, so we're actually going to replace it, but we're going to wait until we redo the whole kitchen, which we're still debating on what to do and how to do it, like the placement of it. So, but anyways, in the interim, this is what we got. It turned out pretty good, so now we no longer have this big box on the counter there, so we have a nice clear space for the dish tray, and we got an extended, that's a 4 feet there of pine. So it works really well. Plus I was able to get a full upper, and actually just in here, it actually comes only back to here. It comes about halfway back to cabinet, so it looks like a full cabinet. And then the same with the bottom, because of the way the heat vent run. I wasn't able to get it right back tucked into the wall because of the way the foundation comes out 16, 18 inches. And so then it comes out past the front of this wall here. So I had to be able to tuck it back in. So, but now it looks way better than it did. So whenever we go to redo the kitchen, we'll just have to take that into consideration. So anyways, it worked out quite well, and my wife is happy. And as you can see, we boxed that all in. Remember, there was the 2 steel brackets I put up in there. Well, they're all gone now. They're buried in there. And then I finished trimming up all around that box, that valance. So it's a fake, but over there, those 2 doors up there actually is a full cabinet as well. So we did that all the way around the top of the kitchen there. It gives a tremendous amount of storage. So I think when we redo the kitchen, we'll probably do the same thing. We'll probably use that bulkhead up there as storage. So anyways, there you go. So that's the finished product. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to comment and subscribe. And as well, if you have any questions about your projects that you have on a go, by all means, give me a shout. Later this week, we're going to be removing an interior wall, and we're going to talk about what you should keep in mind for that.
So anyways, until next time, have yourself a great day and have fun renovating.